Thanks. I hate shoe face. Wow. Wow, this is awful. I mean, it kind of makes sense, you know? It looks face-esque. It's like a pinkish color. It fits. You know, this could trick FaceApp probably, but just, you didn't need to take it this far. You really didn't need to take it this far. Photoshop, it's a privilege, not a right. And I'm going to have to take it away from you now. You'll be relegated to using GIMP. I'm sorry to tell you this. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus! My name is Lumo and today we are looking at r/thanks. I hate it. A subreddit dedicated to images that just make you say the titular phrase, thank you, I dislike this. It's a fun place. I say fun with a lot of air quotes, at least 7. And let's just jump right into it, shall we? Thanks. I hate Pokeballs.
Have you ever realized that the Master Ball is just a Pokeball with Wario's thogs stretched over it?
Okay, we've seen a Master Ball. We've seen Wario. Now, I need to bring this to your attention. The Master Ball is so much smaller than Wario's 50-inch waist. That man has got a dumpster so wide that the trash company comes to pick it up. You know? So realistically speaking, I don't think this is Wario's actual thong. It's also way too clean for that. Realistically speaking, it was probably inspired by someone who saw his raw exposed dumpy and, upon seeing the face of God, decided it was time. It was time to make the best ball inspired by the best butt. Thanks. I hate boba tea.
We drink boba tea to satisfy our ancient and innate urge to slurp up tadpoles from a puddle through a reed.
No, we absolutely do not. Real talk, I almost got a thing of tapioca pearls to do at home just so I could have some good old-fashioned boba without having to go down to Boston for a nice, cup. The issue is, however, you apparently have to cook the tapioca balls first, which, yes, that does make sense. Do you really think I'm thinking when I'm not in my eating window? I don't eat until noon. And if I'm shopping for food early in the morning and I see something that says, boba tea, make at home, I am not thinking past that. And then I have to pay for my mistakes, normally with a credit card. But boba tea is good. Then enjoyable. I hate this first attempt at a creepypasta.
My first attempt at a creepypasta. Beginner here. Go easy on me.
Carpeted kitchen. Yo, what the frick? Oh my god. No, you guys don't understand. I follow a lot of interior design subreddits. My personal favorite is Male Living Space because you have a chance to get some very nice bachelor pad and also a very real chance of getting like a single folding chair inside of an upscale apartment. But so many places have like a carpeted kitchen or a carpeted bathroom, and not on Male Living Space. No, they normally route those up for hardwood. But like, okay, what was that one subreddit that I follow? It's nothing but like crappy interior design. And oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. It stresses me out. It's not even my house. But it just angers me because it feels like, you go inside those houses in like cheap asset flips and they didn't change the textures. So there is actually just a carpet in like a discount kitchen. It's awful. I hate it. It feels like a glitch. Thanks. I hate Earless Mickey. Billionaires after a hard day of pretending to be your friend. Haha. Elon Musk. And we move. Thanks. I hate a spoon. Ah, yes. The spork, honorable. It's a wonderful utility. You get a lot out of it. It's not as good as a fork, not as good as a spoon, but if you can only have the one, it's good to have. The foon, however, serves no purpose and exists to be a bane on our existence. You might be able to eat corned beef hash, one little cube of hash at a time, but I don't see it having any actual functional purpose, and in fact, the only thing that it's managed to do is enrage me to the point of violence. Thanks, I hate American fish and chips. Fish and chips with a fresh cup of tea. God. Why? Why are you like this? Who okayed you to be like this? What about this was all right in your mind when you came up with it? The Arizona? That's a funny touch, that's a good touch, especially the fact that it's going in a crappy plastic cup. But the canned tuna, my dude? The actual chips as opposed to fries, because for some odd reason there's no standardized unit of French and fry? This bothers me. This bothers me on a spiritual level. I'm not even from the UK. This bothers me. Thanks. I hate these bollards at the liquor store. Oh, that is environmental storytelling at its finest. Oh my god, that sends me. I'm going into space now. That is so good. I mean, like, it's not good. People are showing up probably a little bit under the influence. Remember, don't drink and drive. But just, oh my god, they're bending into the concrete. Oh my god. Thanks. I hate this roll of toilet paper that will not rip along the seams. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. The worst. The worst. The way that you deal with this is you take, yeah, like that, basically. It's not perfect. It's not ideal. That's honestly annoying as all hell, but it functions. It works. You'll still get enough to wipe your back mouth. Like, it'll help you out. It'll help you get, you know, less poopy. But just, why? Why? This is why I try and buy 2-ply, you know? Because it's already more expensive. I've never had this issue. I've only ever had this issue with 1-ply. I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. God. This fills me with an unfathomable rage. Thanks. I hate Ellie and its fant. There's no stronger bond than the bond between an Ellie and its fant. Ah, yes. Final Fantasy Mog Station mounts, my favorite. I'm gonna be real. I think the fant is kind of funny. I kind of like it. I hate the Ellie, though. The Ellie looks like a creature from the Black Lagoon. It looks like an abomination. I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. It's terrifying in every sense of the word. Can you imagine that thing sprinting down at you? Can you imagine that thing just running at you down like a dark alleyway, coming across the dance floor to try and get your number? It's a nightmare. Thanks. I hate the hair cleaver. Sir? What? Okay, no, that's redeemed. Don't get me wrong. I think this is horrifying, but that's an interesting way to get that specific cut, and I kind of like how it's layered. That's interesting. And the top comment, so that's how they prepare the single hair in my food. Must add flavor like a bay leaf. Why? Why did you feel the need to speak? Thanks. I hate the Magusa. You thought it couldn't get worse than snakes. I hate to tell you this. The situation has elevated. This is... Oh my god, I hate this. I do love the little sleeping one. Look, I'm convinced that the ancient ancestor of geese was the T-Rex, which is why when they scare something off, they put their head in the sky and scream. I hate the geese. Thanks. I hate mouths. The 2 Dunkin' Donut munchkins about to scream for freedom before I eat them. This is... Please tell me these are just for sculpting reference. Please tell me these are just for sculpting reference. What could these be used for? I'm looking in the comments. They're coin purses. Okay. They're $800 coin purses. That's not good. I thought these were for a different purpose. You can figure that out yourself. We're leaving. Thanks. I hate the featherless owl. This is what a featherless owl looks like. No, that's interesting. That's cool. Here's the thing. When you have big, fluffy animals and you need to sculpt them, thanks to the fact that we can use hair now, when you want to generate hair cards and everything to make things look correctly, you need to know the underlying muscle structure. That's why for cats, at least for me personally, not every artist works like this, but for me personally, being able to see something without its, plumage or its fur helps me to better understand why muscle groups are the way that they are. Because here's the thing, you can't just tell me this is how it is, you have to do it. I need to know why it is the way it is. That's how I've overcome things. That's how I deal with like Final Fantasy rating. You need to tell me why things work the way they do, and then I won't mess it up again. Same thing with anatomy. I need to know how the bicep connects to like the forearm, or how the forearm muscles, what are they called? It starts with an E. The forearm extenders, excisors, one of those. But how that connects to your tricep, which connects around the elbow, like things like that. Being able to understand that really helps me understand the anatomy of the creature and helps me better like represent it in art. So this is cool. This is sick. I love this. Thanks. I hate the school of fish. Fight them. This is the god at the end of the RPG. Take out your giant sword and begin your fight. I would be so afraid of these fish all of a sudden developing like a desire for flesh. But that's got to be a cool once-in-a-lifetime experience, you know? amazing. I want to get out into the world and do stuff more. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, share this with a friend who can use a reminder that yes, fish might decide to eat you one day. If you do want more r/thanks I hate it, there'll be another one popping up on your screen in just a couple of seconds, but until then, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.